Hey guys, welcome to episode number 92. I know it's been a little while since the last update, probably about a month, and I'm sorry to my subscribers for not producing videos this past month. I've been pretty busy, so I wanted to give you guys an update now and let you know that I'm going to continue to make videos. And I've got some big news actually. I'm engaged, so that's pretty fun. So I've been busy with that. Started to plan the wedding. It'll probably be next year in the fall, and started planning for buying a house and all those other adult sort of things, which is pretty fun. And I've also been busy with work, so I've had my hands full. But yeah, I mean, I guess that brings a lot of cool, new, interesting opportunities. I've kind of run out of space to do projects in the apartment where I currently am. So hopefully that'll change once I get into a house. So I'll probably bring you guys along on some of the house hunting activities. I'll probably go to a few open houses, see what's what things cost, and let's be honest, the things that I'll probably be focusing on are the basements and the backyards, because that's where all the aquarium and pond action takes place, and we all know that stuff is important. So ultimately, the plan for these guys would be to move them into probably a 300-gallon stock tank in the basement. I think is probably the next step for these guys, and then I'll probably convert this tank into a hatchling or yearling tank. Potentially, use this to kind of catch some of my overflow for my fish, and maybe even plant it. I'm not quite sure. I might get some aquatic plants and give that another go. I know I'll probably have to increase the wattage on this tank if I wanted to get into plants, because it is a pretty deep tank, and if there are any high light requirement plants, they just won't get enough light, and I've seen that already with this tank before. But yeah, I mean, I'm just cleaning out the tank here now, just doing a little bit of a water change. Let me hook this back up here so I can kind of take the camera off the tripod. What I did, and I'm sorry I didn't take a video of this, is I cleaned out both of the beaches here on this 125 because the pothos plants are just taking over. The pothos plant roots were just like all over the place. They're crazy long. They were reaching all the way down to the bottom, basically. And the plants were just completely taking up this side, the middle, the left side, and the tank was basically completely dark because the plants had taken over to such a high degree. And what I did was I pulled all the plants out, I cut them back, and what you're seeing here with all these yellow leaves is kind of a dieback, and that's because I did cut some of those roots off. Hold on, I'm going to put you back down here for a second. I got to switch to water. Alright, sorry about that. Now I got the water going in the other direction, so just going to put some water conditioner in here and keep going. So the plan here is hopefully these pothos plants will rebound. I took the biggest, strongest pieces and replanted them in here. So hopefully it'll take them a little while for their roots to grow back, and maybe some of the vines will die back, and that's fine. I'll remove those if they do, but I do have a bucket of pothos plants as well right here, and these ones are doing really well because they're in the light from the mangroves, and I didn't cut the roots off those, so maybe that was the lesson learned there, is if you don't want your plants to die back, don't cut all their roots off. But they were taking over, so we'll see if these make it, but if not, I've always got more waiting in reserve. So as you can see, running out of space here, just too much stuff. Quick update on these mangroves. I've had to raise these lights again, and I'm starting to get concerned because I know that some of these plants aren't getting any light whatsoever, like these ones down here, and I kind of feel bad, but I don't really have the space to branch out right now, so I'm going to try to sell some of these off, some more of these off if I can. You might recall my experiment a little while back where I cut some of these back to see if they would grow sideways, so that they wouldn't grow quite as tall. And what happened here was this is the one that I left 3 leaves on, 1 pair, 2 pairs, 3 pairs, and I cut right here. And what that ended up doing was actually cutting the growing leaves that were just starting to sprout, but the stem wasn't affected at all. So as you can see, that middle stem is still growing strong. So I didn't quite cut the stem, I just cut the leaves on that one. So as you can see, these leaves are damaged because that's where I cut, but the stem is intact, so it's still growing up. But then here's one of the other ones here. This one just had 1 set of leaves, this set here, and then I cut, and what's happened here is you can see there's 2 buds, and those are going to be side shoots there. Sorry for the focus. Those are going to be side shoots, and they're going to shoot off just like these are here. So I'm really looking forward to that. Hopefully that'll keep these shorter, and that might be something that I do here to some of the other ones that have started to grow really tall, is to cut them back and see if I can get them to branch out sideways. And here's a third one. This one had 2 sets of leaves to begin with. And again, as you can see, there's the original growing tip has been snipped, and then I've got 2 side shoots that are coming out here really strong. So it's good to see. It's really encouraging. They're just as thick and just as healthy as these ones here on a plant that hasn't been cut. But as you can see, these ones that are growing really tall and really fast, these shoots are really strong, they're really thick, they're getting thicker as they grow actually, and the leaves are getting really, really big. You'll notice this leaf has some damage to it. That's actually because it grew so tall that it hit the lights, and it kind of burnt a little bit before I could raise them up further. So that's kind of what's going on with the mangroves. It's kind of what's going on here with this tank and all the stuff happening in my life. Pretty psyched about everything. And I did want to also mention real quick that, and I'll make another video of this in the coming weeks. I do believe that all 4 of the beetles for sure now are female. So that means I have Big Mama, the 4 beetles, so 5 females, and then just Speedy as the male. So that's pretty exciting. What I'll probably do is look to get 1 more male to add to this group, and then it should be pretty much complete. So looking forward to that. These guys are no longer juveniles, so pretty happy about that. But yeah, more videos to come. I might do 1 or 2 videos a week. I don't know if I'm gonna get to 3 videos a week, but I'll start to alternate them so we can get all kinds of good stuff. Update Mondays, DIY Wednesdays, and Fan Fridays in there. So let me know what you want to see. Sorry for such a long break, and I'll see you guys later.